Hello from Stumbles.
And Fumbles. So this video we are going to be visiting the Kingman Visitor Center and Museum. So come along. All right, let's get inside the air conditioner. So when you walk in the front door, or the main entrance, off to your left is a gift shop. The gift shop carries tons of items. They're not all related to Route 66, but there's a lot of Arizona travel books, home decor, hot sauces, license plates. We were looking in this section right here, we were looking for a hiking stick emblem. You know, the little tags that you can nail onto walking sticks. We were looking for one to put on Stumbles walking stick. Didn't find them at first, but we did end up asking the lady at the counter, and she found us one. So when we left the museum, we did get us one of those. I did really like this home tile, this Arizona home tile. Okay, so one of the main reasons that we came up here today, or to the museum, was to see this new display that just opened up, and it's Angel Delgadillo, and he helped, or probably founded himself, the Route 66 Foundation. So he is one of the founding members, and he helped get Route 66 brought back to where people wanted to come here and know the history and restore it. Okay, now we are out of that main area where all the tourists are, and it's louder, but so we have paid, it is $10 a person to come into this part of the museum. So let's take a walk through. There's a little history on the Beale Trail. So Lieutenant Beale and his use of camels to come into this area. Native American heritage. And the girl pictured here is Olive Oatman. If you haven't heard the story of her, you really need to research that. She received that tattoo on her chin from the Mojave Indians. So it's a good little story to read if you have not heard her story yet. So for those of you familiar with Harvey girls, we did have a Harvey house here in Kingman. And here is a photo of an original Harvey girl. And her name was Emily Heron. And here's some more photos. Some Harvey girls over here. And the Harvey house is no longer here anymore. It has been torn down, which is unfortunate. But it is a part of our history and preserved through the museum and pictures. I like this part of history. There's stories of families who traveled Route 66, and they're all personalized and signed by the person that experienced them or heard the story through family members. So that's actually really unique. Now we're coming on one of my favorite parts of the museum. I've never been to it. I've only seen it on videos, and I'm like, I really want to see that. So I'm thankful we're getting to see this. I like how they've made many displays of, you know, stores that used to be here back in the day, and you can kind of get an idea of what they looked like in mini version, of course. And I was really excited to come see this. Now, my mom actually used to eat at the Chat and Chew in Kingman when she was in high school. So to see this was actually a nice little treat. Let's move on down memory lane, as they say. So when I was growing up, Central Mercantile became Central Commercial, and they basically sold everything you could think of, from food, furniture, clothing, and it was just a general store back then, and that was in the 70s. I remember it well. It was 2 stories, and it was one of my favorite stores. We didn't have a lot in Kingman then, but it was one of my favorite stores to go into. And here we go, a replica of the Harvey house. The old stadium seating. Post boxes. So if you go down the stairs from where we just were, there is a lower level which they actually put all of the mining history down in, which I think is really unique, because you do feel like you went underground, which I guess we did because this is the basement of the building. But they've got some of the mining displays set up there. And it kind of gives you a feel. It is cooler down here. And for those of you that don't know, Gold Road Mine is still on Oatman Highway outside of Kingman. It's still in operation. It does have shutdowns now and then, but you can still find it operating. Oh, look at these. Those are huge.
city of Navajo. Holbrook is home to one of the most famous iconic structures along.
Here's a little movie theater where you can sit and watch the movies.
Wigwam Hotel. It was built in 1950 by Frank A. Redford, and 6 more wigwams were used.
Now we'll go into the electric vehicle. Okay, so now we're in the electric vehicle museum. There are some very unique vehicles in here and a little bit of their history. So this says this was Waylon Jennings' Mercedes-style golf cart. So it must have been donated to the museum. That's unique. This reminds me of a snowmobile. A very futuristic one.
Worth it all.
Oh, yes.
That's the Ohio State University.
Yeah, that's right. OH, right? All kinds of unique vehicles. And they've got some of these old Burma shave signs mixed in with the information signs for each vehicle, so that's cool. Porsche. Oh, I like this Tesla. What's it say about this Tesla? Roadster. I wonder if it was one of their first cars. Let's see. I don't see where it says anything about it being one of their first. Oh, 2008, so yes, I would say it's probably one of their first ones. That's really cool looking. And if you didn't notice at the beginning of our video, they have at least 10 charging stations next to the museum for Teslas or electric vehicles, like probably Teslas, and it's always full of Teslas. There were about 8 out there charging when we first pulled up. Okay, and as you exit, you go right back into the gift shop. All right, from Stumbles and Fumbles, thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you next time.